Hello, I'm Michael McHugh. I am in my final semester of studies at the New School for Social Research, where I'm a master's student in liberal studies. I also work full-time at the New School, where I work at the Eugene Lane College as executive assistant to the dean, and have been doing that since 2014 when I started graduate school here at the New School. How I arrived at the Heilbroner Center is kind of a confluence of those two roles, both being a full-time employee at the New School and also studying at NSSR. I've always been interested in Marxism, and and having a full-time position at the New School has really made me think about the structures we have and how we organize ourselves as an institution and how we distribute um, our resources and who owns, in both a literal sense and a financial sense, the New School, and in a cultural sense. So I've been thinking a lot about those questions, and my master's thesis, which I'm writing for my liberal studies degree, explores worker cooperatives and their alternative structure and how they organize institutions differently than many of the examples we have now, many of the hierarchical capitalist examples we have now. So, specifically, my thesis seeks to imagine the New School's own transition to a worker cooperative structure and what that would look like, and who would own the university, and how the university would make decisions collectively, and how the relationship between students and faculty and staff and alumni and donors and people who are interested in the New School's mission, who have nothing to do with the university, how that would change under a worker cooperative structure. Um, Basically, that means that each person who works full time at the New School and who contributes to the labor of the New School has a ownership of the New School, whether it be in financial ownership, whether it be in the form of um, perhaps there are ways that the university could issue shares to people who are actively producing the labor that makes up the university. There's a variety of different kind of structures that the university could take on. And so my thesis is exploring both the current examples we have of worker cooperatives and alternatively structured organizations, and then thinking about how that could apply to a university and what it would be like to be the first university that's a worker cooperative and organized in a fundamentally different way than many other universities. I think the Heilbroner Center has really made this possible for me because I am in contact and in conversation with other graduate students who are thinking about capitalism and rethinking capitalism and imagining new alternatives to capitalism, and that's a rare thing. And Julia has been very supportive, and the Heilbronner Center has been very supportive in helping me imagine something that doesn't exist. And in academia, sometimes that's not always what's valued. Sometimes critique is important and most important, but I think sometimes it's also important to imagine a completely different way of doing things and put forward an assertion of how things should be, as opposed to not just what are wrong with the things that we have. So that's what my thesis does. It's welcome and lifted up in the Heilbronner Center. I'm very grateful to be a part of the center this year and to think with other graduate students and to present my project to a variety of different people that the Heilbronner Center is helping facilitate, and has helped me put me in touch with people who are expanding how I'm thinking about this project.